Yes, yes. Welcome, one and all. Me, your guy, Master Walrus 9 from Sloppy World, back with another stream of Beyblade DS. Hope you guys are having a wonderful time. I'm just gonna share this real quick. Think. Okay. Watch me hit full a children's top game console. Good. All right. Okay, I'm here to get some work done. Don't worry. Okay. Let's try an Aegis to see if I got enough defense in order to get the story going through. Last time I streamed, I think we unlocked a new defense piece. Let's see. Oh, but you know what we did unlock? We got Blader rank B, which allows us to get overdrive. And arguably, we're not gonna need anything else. Spirit Blessing's not bad for recover. But I think we'll just take Holy Light. Set Bay Force. If I'm correct, last time we unlocked Boost D rather than Defense Plus. So this is a Defense Stamina blend. I think what we'll do is we'll just go with Defense Plus for right now. Max that out. And then we can move into Boost D so that we actually have some capabilities. Ideally, we'll get a better Beyblade. Like we'll get you or something like that, and be able to take more names and upgrade those stats as needed. Yeah, there we go. So low offense, but we have maxed out to the point where we're not fully maxed out, but we got close. I think we got like 2 more levels on Boost D. Okay. I'll tell you, Ares was a weird Beyblade to me when I was young, because I'd have to take a look at it. I know it's the Ram, but it reminded me so much of a Skull. Okay. Take a loss on round 1, but we've gained to 2 to where we can use our overdrive on the next turn. I think we'll be in a fine position overall. All right. That third bar is hard to fill. All right. We should span around, got some stamina recovery. We'll see what we can do. We're gonna try and push as much as we can and get what we can. fun. But I'm tired of playing Jenga's route over and over again. Okay, build up some combo. And we're just gonna burn it right now. I'm gonna skip for a majority of the cutscenes because I've seen already. If any of you guys want to see cutscene or read a text, whatever, please let me know. I actually haven't gotten past Aegis in the first set, so I haven't read past that. Okay. Okay, I think we got one singular bar of charge for level 3. We gotta play it safe. We got potential to do this. All right, let's go. Let's go. Yeah, there we go. Building up charge ever so slowly. Maybe we go a tad more aggressive. Instead of Holy Light, we put in Blizzard for a level 2. Okay, defense increased by 6, which is not bad. Place Holy Light with... let's see how Tornado Wall is. It's a level 1. Go Blizzard Hold. Yeah, I see now that it's supposed to be the horn. But man, it looked like a skull on a spine when I was young. Wow. I would Beyblade be so gruesome. Because, oh shoot, nice. But everything else that's included in Beyblade, with it being so cartoony, that being the one thing that was gruesome, always freaked me out. Rocket Ares was not a bad Beyblade IRL. It is Eternal Defense 145 ball as its spin track. First off, Rock is not a terrible defensive track or defensive fusion wheel. I think there's definitely better. Oh shoot. Yeah, Rock's not a terrible fusion track or fusion wheel. I think there's definitely better out there. for terms of defense, but all in all, for like early Gen 1 middle fight Beyblade, it's fairly fine. I think they also gave that to Rock Leone. I think Dark might have been a bit better. The internal defense is a very interesting concept, which helps it prevent from low. Essentially, it's a free spinning ring where, okay, it's a free spinning ring where you kind of let attacks kind of go around you, which honestly sounds solid for a stamina based build, but it's the defensive aspects of a stamina based build. Hold on. Damn. The spin track, or the tip, the performance tip, beanball, is not great. I'd probably trade it out for like Eternal Spin or Eternal Sharp. But it gives a bit more sense in terms of... I'll see if I can find the pieces for Rock Aries later. Okay. Overdrive. You're going... The ball gives a better sense of balance than Eternal Sharp, but it loses out on its overall stamina. Jeez, you ruined my afro. Okay, defense increased by 2. Heart. Okay, we fight Kenta next. Anatara, give me strength. I get that Sagittario is named after Sagittarius, the centaur. I still don't know how, like, I get that his gimmick is archery, but besides the arrow, what part of the eyes makes you think Sagittario? Okay. We can potentially go for knockouts on this one. Nice. And save our overdrive tech for the, what I'd call tournament stadiums, where there's only that little line of knockout capabilities. Looking at this set, we're gonna have to get a knockout at some point in time, though. Just because the stamina is not long enough to stamina doesn't seem like it'll persist long enough in order to okay, we blizzard hold now. We got to crash out. That's a quick win. Nice, easy 5 points. Also, alert. Defense plus is increased by 2. Stage fighting Tsubasa. So no new care. I mean, we've seen Yoma. I think that's what his name. Yoma and his Rock Aries is new. This is a good defensive stage. I wonder if Aegis was ever made real. There's the knockout. Let him chase me and set up for a trap. Oh, this game is wicked. I think once you get past the initial slog and have capabilities, that's if they explain some stuff a bit better. I'd be much more inviting to this game. I'll just say how cheap this game is. Get a copy and just use a cheat code to unlock everything and play multiplayer. You gotta beat the story once in order to lock passwords. but this is definitely one of those games where you just want it for multiplayer. Defense increased by 2. Healing the spirits of other. No, that's not how. Healing the spirits of other bladers has backfired on us. I gotta restore Van to his normal self. I'll give him a country accent. There's you. If I take a guess at who we would unlock next, I've got nothing better to do. Probably Crow and or Hyoma. I'd say being Jinka, we unlock Tsubasa, who Tsubasa is a very popular character. There we go. This is the ice rink, which if I'm correct, doesn't have a lot of friction, which is not as good for attack types, making this better for stamina types. Flame Reaver, Tornado 125 Eternal Sharp, I think is that. The spin track is got 4 little blades, which almost look like a tornado. And oh my goodness, the Flame Reaver was a really good Beyblade. First off, Flame was an excellent cinema piece. Super small, flat, and a lot of central points for it. Ooh, Defense Plus's level has gone up. There's Kyo. Oh yeah, he's new. Tornado 125, giving you some height, is not bad at all. Excuse me. And the circular airflow helps keep the flame fusion wheel going strong. Hey, sorry. Sorry, I got locked into that. And Eternal Sharp is a great piece. Burn Fire Blaze had Eternal Sharp metal, which arguably is what gave it its stamina power. I'd say if you were to take an Eternal Sharp metal and put it on a Flame Libra, you'd be in a better position. Ooh. See what he's using. A Starstorm or something like that. We got volcanic eruption, kind of. Most unfortunate. As that didn't really allow us enough time to build up ult. And this is a wide stadium, which doesn't give us a lot of knockout potential with a defense type. This might be a tough battle. Keep persevering through. Yeah, not a lot of time to build up. We'll use the overdrive to get some points on the next turn and ideally get some advancement on our defense plus. Yeah, I got the entire week off. So I work at a school, and right now is our fucking spring break. So I quote unquote have the week off. Teachers, oh shit, that's rough. Teachers use this time, a lot of time, to plan out. So like I gotta make lesson plans for next year. I'm fairly good on my physical science plans, but I want to get stuff prepared for a computer science class I'm most likely gonna run. So figuring out resources, creating assignments, shit like that. Some teachers will use this week to, or these types of breaks, to get caught up on grading. I usually spend an extra hour or two at the school in order to finish up all my grading there, not have to bring it home. I'll probably apply to jobs and whatnot just to have a more competitive salary going on as well. So yeah, I got the week off, but I don't have it off, if that makes sense. Come on. Damn. Playing defensively. Okay, we got our first thing made. Ideally, we could build up, get our second thing done. Like, I was gonna go in today and get some supplies, like my laptop charger and whatnot. A copy of the book in order to make some stuff out of it. And then I remembered they're waxing today. Right. Oh, fuck, I did not mean to do that. That was actually a terrible mistake. Oh, shit. That's what that does? I think I got my hands on that shit. AI is not that smart because it's an early DS game, so I could definitely bait it into knocking itself out, especially in later stages where there's more walls. Okay. Yeah, fuck you. There you go. Yeah, this is the Beyblade game I've been talking about. They also made a copy for the Wii, which I do want to try out at some point in time in the future. I think it would be wicked cool to rate and rank all the Beyblade US release games. There's a ton of Japan exclusive games. Oh shit, he's going for his ult. Okay, we're not gonna have enough health to really survive. Fuck, he got me. Need 4 points to win, so that's his 4th. So with the tornado wall tech, we may have something going on for us now. But yeah, I'm probably gonna stream for a couple hours and then try and get some work done. I gotta sign up for classes for grad school. I need to clean out my emails. I want to check up on some resources and make lesson plans for that computer science, as well as earth science. classes that I'm running this year will be relatively the same to what I run next year. So like my physical science and my bioscience. Damn, he got the knockout on that shit. That's bad. The physical science should be straightforward, though. I gotta tone it back and find a solid balance. Because this year I had two groups of students. One that was, I say high, they would be what I consider like a good average class. Like there's honors classes, good average classes, low average classes, and then bad classes. And this is what I consider a good average class. Oh shit. Man. I gotta figure out how to tech that. And so I had a good average and a bad class this year for physical science. So I've got planned for a low average class, especially considering I'm going from like 11 students to 19 students expected. So arguably I got a piece somewhere nickel. Yeah, there we go. I just gotta do that one more time. Same thing with biology. Though my biology will be split, so I gotta plan for a probably what they call college prep or CP, and then a foundational class. And then my earth science is going to be like my juniors foundational equivalent, and my computer science will be my juniors honors or juniors college prep equivalent. Computer science will be fun. Nice thing about being at a small school that I work at, with no like real regulation going on. I don't want to say that because that puts it like they don't do any regulation, but they don't really care. I say I'm gonna do this for science, they're not gonna really stop me because I have that freedom and liberty because I'm the only science teacher. I get to figure it out. I'm head of the science department because I am the science department. Scrap them. This is new. Oh, Ryuga. Okay, we should have a fair fight with this. We're maxed out on defense, and he's like a pure offensive Beyblade. Oh, it's free for blood. Lightning Drago is a solid Beyblade. Oh, shoot. 100? Jabs, you know how to read Beyblades? Like when you see the names? It's super interesting. Okay, so this is a regular stadium. There's the knockout. So you'll see this as Lightning Drago. Lightning is the fusion wheel. Drago is the energy ring and face bolt. All face bolts will essentially be the same, except if it's like metal face bolt, so it really doesn't matter. All in all, it comes down to being the fusion wheel or the energy ring. The 100 will refer to the spin track. And so if I'm correct, that represents 100 millimeters. That's the height. So you'll see stuff like 100, 125, and 145. Like Pegasus is a 125. There we go. The disaster Aegis, which I'm using right now, is WD-145. So that means it's a 145 millimeters and WD, probably light defense. Then you have the performance tip at the end, which is an abbreviation of the name. So HF represents whole flat. It's a flat performance tip with a hole in it. Used to be so into Beyblade I could get detailed. Storm Pegasus 105, so slightly taller, rubber flat. Going off of Junka's storyline, I gotta count how many fought. Can't remember. Junka's storyline, you fight 8, so I'm thinking you fight 8 too. Ugh. Okay, knock out on the first. By the way, I haven't had anyone to give me comments on it. How's my audio and all that been sounding? Does the video look good? Does the audio sound fine? Am I too quiet? Is the background music too loud? Of those kinds of comments. Alright. Keep on rolling. Oh shit, he's going for a super move. Alright, perfect. Tornado Claw? I think this just attacks balance? I fucked that up. Okay, there's sleep out. So in this game, there's 3 types of points. You need 4 points to win. You get 1 point for a sleep out, where your opponent just like loses all of its spin. There's 2 points for a stadium out, where you knock your opponent out the stadium, and 3 points for a crash out, where you beat your opponent with a super move. So I'm trying to save up to get 3 bars of super, because overdrive is a 1-tap. Oh fuck, it's over. He probably has knockout on here. We'll see if he does the tornado strike. Yeah, I think this only attacks balance and not spin, which leaves me more susceptible to attacks, but doesn't instant kill me. See, like that just 1-tap me right there. Okay. Oh, fuck. So you can see that there's speed, distance, and timing, depending on how fast you pull, how far you pull, and when you pull. You'll get more spin. Come on. We're close. Just hit. Fuck, I didn't even get a chance to overdrive. Wow. Fuck that up. Thank you, Pegasus. Okay, no upgrades, no buff stuff's bad. No, there's really no penalties. You can just repeat the stage. Mm-hmm. Oh, there we go. Got some combos going. Oh, fuck. That counted as a super move. That's a crash out. This is not going to go well. About one possibility, and that's to me get 2 tornado wall push-outs. But tornado wall kind of works as a counter maneuver where you just have to bait him out. Yeah, this round's over. Let's see, fuck Yoma. You Enta Bassa. Yeah, no points scattered. I think Jinka is either 6th or 7th in our lineup out of 8. It does not help that Disaster Aegis is just like not a good one. But we're gonna persevere through. That's what Beyblade's all about, man. It's perseverance. Okay. Ideal situations where I have to go level 3 overdrive and then get a crash out, get some points, keep upgrading. Okay, we're getting some good combos in. Okay, taking L in one more round. Ideally, we build up enough next turn to overdrive, get free points, take the L, and then ideally set up a situation to where we can Hurricane. Okay, come on. I play aggressive, come on. Oh fuck, at least it was a sleep out, not a crash out. Can't really get any levels if you don't get any points at all. We have to try and get some points. That's why I'm going for this level 3. Here, there we go, overdrive. For a level 3 super move, it is crazy. Watch this shit. Rails in, double cyclone. There goes fucking Mars. There's Jupiter. There's Pluto. That's all within a matter of seconds, right? So let's power scale this. This guy is obviously way past light speed. So this Beyblade will beat Goku. This Beyblade will beat Ben 10. This Beyblade's fucking up Superman easy. Oh shit. His super. The balance attack? Yeah, I think you only get 2 supers. There's one of them. I think weird. Pegasus attacks balance. Okay. Oh fuck, he countered. I believe it. My headcanon is JD Vance went to the Vatican City and took down the Pope in a Beyblade battle. Those Beyblader spirit. That's the entire story mode of this game. Your big bad villain, which is called Van. Why Van? I've got no clue. He looks the part of a Beyblade villain, but why Van? Anyways, his Beyblade's possessing his mind and stealing spirits of Bladers, which I presume is like souls. There's my knockout. I wonder if we're doing enough damage to get a blizzard hold. It is crazy that the Pope did die on Easter. Or like the day after Easter at least. Okay. Come on. Come on. We're in not a terrible position, but we're not in a good position either. Dude, that Need for Speed game you were playing last night was wicked. One of those games I would not have played when I was a kid because it would have been too mature and scary for me. I was very much a pussy. Come on. Come on. Yeah? Yes, there we go. What would be Vance's and the Pope's Beyblade? So a lot of times Beyblades are named after generic things, I guess is the way to put it. It could be fictional, it could be real. Like Pegasus is named after Pegasus, Sagittarius is named after the Centaur. Aegis, which is this Beyblade, was named after a fictional shield, but he kind of is just the shield. Ceres is the whale, whatnot. So I say thing and not just like animals and creatures because there was like gladiators. Oh yeah, I grew up in a Catholic house, and I'd still consider myself Catholic all in all. Damn. I think a large part of it for me, those kinds of games, was not necessarily like my parents' religious aspect, but them trying not to expose me to mature themes too early. Because I know my peers who were playing like Call of Duty and Grand Theft Auto and whatnot, and I'm glad I didn't grow up playing those. Yes, there we go, we won. I'm glad I didn't grow up playing those, one portion because I would not be the person I am today, and I like me. A seraphim? That's true. I feel like Vance would have had a defense Beyblade. The Pope would have had a stamina Beyblade. Like, his would be like light Seraphim or flame Seraphim. It would just be a stamina type. It'd be a rare case where defense kind of balanced Beyblade would have beat out the whatever the stamina. Here's the villain, Van. Van, you've gone too far. You're a traitor, are you? Fuck, what did I do for his accent? I think I did like a British. You're a traitor, are you? You want Bezelbrut's incredible power for yourself, so you're just stabbing me in the back? Now, I only want you to return to normal. Gain your sanity. I want you to go back to the kind, honest Van I once knew. Partners, aren't we? I don't need anyone else but myself. I have nothing. No family, no friends I could trust. Don't give me that. Oh, you know what would Vance's Beyblade would be? It'd be Baker. It'd be like, oh, would be a good one. Rock Baker? And I know that AI is frowned upon, and I don't use it too often. I definitely don't use it to like make my own art or advertise it. I did it a while ago when I was trying to figure out what I wanted to be for like my tuber persona. You could see it on a lot of the old videos of like that AI walrus in a suit. But I like the paper bag a bit more. It's more original. But I will ask AI imaging to give me weird stuff sometimes. Like I want to see JD Vance, the Beyblader, just to see what it would do. I think that'd be interesting. Getting the knockout on the first is wicked nice. As long as we don't get knocked out, we survive a bit, we can develop and get our overdrive. Now he does have a one-hit kill move, so we gotta be careful. We're in a fairly good position. I don't think his offense is great enough to kill us because he's attack minus. As long as he doesn't do the one tap and we can get off our overdrive, I think we'll be fine. Just Xbox. Yeah, after this, I'll adjust the chat box to see if it could pop up a bit clearer. Oh, we got the knockout. Doesn't even matter anyways. I think my parents wouldn't have imagined I would try to find a type of media. They just caught off guard when they found out I did like the surfing. Yeah, I think that's a lot true for me as well. Oh, we maxed out Defense Plus. I felt like the most mature thing that I did early on was I liked Fallout Boy. I remember going to a scout trip and Light 'Em Up. My songs Know What You Did in the Dark was playing on the radio. I was like, wow, this is sick. This is like the peak of music right here. Yeah, you gotta be very careful how you phrase it. You can't put someone's name in. I can't say like JD Vance is a Beyblader. But I could say it's like a very chubby faced Caucasian man with a lollipop and a propeller pat. Middle age as a Beyblader. Impossible. Beelzebub was supposed to be invincible. Don't put your trust in a wicked Beyblade like that, Van. Come back to me and we can start all over. I'll always be your partner. Alright, we got a new character. New special move. Okay, we'll check those out. Let's go check the mods. Set Bay Force. Defense is maxed out. So we'll take a look at what Beyblade we're gonna work with next. We'll either go Stamina. So we got value for stat increase to everything. Attack plus, boost attack, defense plus, boost defense, stamina plus, stamina boost S, balance plus, value. Value arguably going to be the best one going forward, but you do definitely want to play into a min-max situation. AI is also really weird specific stuff. Like my D&D character, my Pathfinder character, has a hand missing. So he's an amputee. So when I tried to make him in AI, just to give a visual representation of what he looks like, he couldn't have his hand missing. They didn't like the word amputee. Probably something to do with people trying to get around gore modifiers, like amputee with lots of ketchup listed on him and whatnot. Oh, okay, so we got Tetsuya. If I'm correct, cancer. He's got cancer. Cancer is a balance type. So one of the things I don't like, because they don't tell you this, but if you want to level stuff up, you have to go into battle mode. You gotta go into options, select a type, and now you have to change your type. And now that I've picked balance, I can actually start upgrading my balance set. I guess let's go Tetsuya. If I remember last time I played this, like, back when it released, I was like 10. I went with the Tsubasa route. Tetsuya with Mad Gasher, which then turned to Dark Gasher. I am a wandering blader. They call me Tetsuya. I'll claw anyone who gets in my way. Dude, for real, I was very sheltered. And again, I don't think there's a lot wrong with that. I'm definitely not gonna give my child too many liberties. Not to sound like overbearing, it's just I think that there's a lot of harm that can go with a laissez-faire parenting style where your child just does what they want when they want. Hurricane Blast. We'll try this one, see how it works. Okay. But I definitely do want to expose them to some stuff like King of the Hill. I was always scared of King of the Hill when I was young, because King of the Hill was the first show that would transition from Cartoon Network to Adult Swim at like 8 o'clock, right? So I'm under the presence. Oh, for real, Twitter is a cesspool. Instagram's even worse, because at least with Twitter, you feel like Twitter has a more mature audience to an extent. Like, everyone's around the age of 16 to their early 30s, right? But Instagram and Snapchat almost felt like they were advertised for the audience. So it's so bad. The amount of students I have that are Insta kids. Insane. But the transition occurred from Cartoon Network to Adult Swim and always led in with King of the Hill, because it's arguably one of the most tame shows. You wouldn't want to lead in with like Metalocalypse or Robot Chicken. It wasn't my first experience with Adult Swim, because I definitely did peek in on my dad watching stuff like Robot Chicken here and there, back when I was like 3 or 4 and not really understanding what it is. I see Pokemon and like Misty's beating, or like Ash is hitting Misty or something like that. I was like, this isn't Pokemon, but they look like Pokemon. I don't get it. Yeah, I arguably should be not on Instagram, but I use it as a much better means than fucking Facebook. Facebook was making me really mad. See, thank you. Dude, social media is just bad. I feel like if you're anything that has a stream of information, the algorithm is designed to make you mad, because it can't tell what you like and what you dislike, so it interprets it by your interactive time with a piece of media. So if you see something that's against you, it just, oh my god. My dad would watch The Simpsons and Family Guy every other night after dinner. I was allowed to watch that with him. Yeah, I feel that. We were allowed to watch The Simpsons, but not Family Guy. I remember there was one time we watched a Family Guy Simpsons crossover, and after it was like, Dad, can we start watching Family Guy? See if that's good. And I was like, sure, we'll give it a try. And immediately the episode is like where Stewie gets roofied by a plant. He gets the plant's dragging him off screen to get violated. It's like, yeah, no, we're not watching Family Guy anymore. Oh shit. Yeah, just the text box so it's not disappearing, but it's like, okay, I understand after that. Benkei, Dark Bull. I had Dark Bull. 145 sharp defense. Never had Dark Gasher. I had a lot. I feel bad for my parents. I made them spend a shit ton on Beyblades. Granted, I will say, out of all the garbage that we bought, had my parents buy, we did use Beyblades a lot. Yeah, that's true. I like the Boondocks. There's shows I will go back and rewatch on occasion, and some are good. I never got into home videos. I could definitely see why some people would like home videos, as it definitely feels like it's trying to be nostalgic. It's just not my nostalgia. And Robot Chicken, I like parody content, I just can't get into it. But Boondocks is good. I like Boondocks. Two big Adult Swim shows I watched were Metalocalypse and Venture Bros. Metalocalypse I'd throw on in the background all the time, like before bed in my teenage years. Yeah, that's a good point. You gotta be in a certain mood for home videos. I think Brendan Small is a great guy and a creative genius, and I'm looking forward to what he does next. I just never, again, yeah, you're right. It's a certain mood, and I just am never really in that mood. If I want to watch something like home videos, I probably would throw something else on before. I do want to watch My Adventures with Superman because that did look good. Okay, take that. Next turn, get our overdrive, be good. CH120SF. CH? Can I look at each piece? CH121CA. I'm not sure what this is. Yeah, I threw home videos on as background. Like a week ago, I had some friends over for just dinner and hang out, and we played some Mario Kart DS. But I'm the kind of person who likes to have some background noise going on, so I just threw on home videos. It's enough to where I can have some noise, it not being annoying, and concentrate on what I want to concentrate on. Yeah, I definitely watched Newgrounds way too early. Oh, this is Hurricane Force, whatever it's called. We'll get rid of that shit. Yeah, what was it? Brawl Taunts. I watched like Brawl Taunts 2. And that was way too much for me, way too early. One of the things that freaked me out when I was yeah, Dragon Ball PP. It's crazy too, though, the way like these Newground comics and artists and whatnot still live on. I was doing after school program, which is like I was working the after school program, I should say, which is a program for kids to stay after school and have some activities and snack and get some work done. It was targeted for like first grade to sixth grade, right? And the kid was obviously way too young to understand what was going on, but he was quoting Oni NG's Wingardium Leviosa. Come on. Fuck. Dude, I remember some friend of mine showing me Dragon Ball P and Dragon Ball's PP. Ooh. I remember drawing the Piccolo, or it's just a pickle with the cape, back in art class in freshman year, and my friends looking over my shoulder and laughing because it looked like a dildo. That was a good time. freshman year of high school was fun. Gonzo SSM. I can't say I've heard of that one. I'll have to watch that sometime. I know Ego Raptor was like one of the early faces of Newgrounds, but I never really saw his content, like the Awesome series. If I did, it was like after I found out of him on Game Grumps. Oh, what was it? I do remember watching some of Spaz Kid back in high school before I knew who Spaz Kid was. Like, I remember him saying, like, I remember his, I think it's the Smash Bros video where it's like, did you know the scientists are on the TV? Did you know if you stare into the sun for 4 hours, you'll get superpowers? I was like, and then his his eyes melted out of his head, and then bam, he had superpowers. I was like, whoa, that's funny because like it's obvious expectation, which is subversion, and it's a subversion of subversion. This guy knows his comedy. I used to watch Yogscast Minecraft videos all the time. That was definitely like my YouTube channel. My first YouTube channel was Yogscast. I remember being in like my house in the computer room waiting for a birthday party and then watching Yogscast and they're calling their wolf shit. Like, oh shit, here you come here shit, come here shit. So, oh my goodness, so glad my parents can't hear this because like this is a bad word, but these guys are funny. I remember getting in trouble for watching PewDiePie from when I was young. I think I was watching it wasn't because it was PewDiePie, it was because of the game he was playing. I was watching Omen, his Omen gameplay. I think that's it is, where you play as like the son of Satan and your goal is to like Satanize the house. And it went to his episode finale for like some mystery game. And there was a sex scene in it at the end. And I didn't see the episode, so I don't know what happened. But my parents caught the episode. They like took my phone or my tablet or whatever I was using and looked at it. They're like, Paul, we don't want you watching this guy because he's too mature. I had not had the talk yet at that time, and I actually never got the talk, but it said like, this is a bit too mature for you. We really don't want you watching this. We appreciate if you don't watch it. So I stopped watching PewDiePie at that time. That was interesting. Childhood was a very interesting time. There's one childhood trait I'd love to pull back is reading more. Because I definitely did read a lot when I was young. Back by 4, defense by 4, and stand by 4. Nice. A harbor. Ooh. She was an early crush of mine, Haru. Hikaru, that was her name. I want a challenge for once. First off, Aquario was a wicked awesome Beyblade. Storm Aquario, half flat, sharp. It was a really good Beyblade. One of my favorites. That's performance tip where you can switch between whole flat and sharp. Excuse me. Uh, but she was, I don't want to put this. She was cute to me when I was young. I was always upset in how they relegated her position to like just being the secretary at the end. Like, man, she was a wicked Beyblader, and now you see none of her because she's just a secretary. Like, oh. Hey, this is bringing back a lot of nostalgia for me, though. Playing the game and watching the show. Oh, fuck. He won. Double knockout. That was not a battle. You know, it was weird. I never actually watched the finales for a lot of shows when I was young because I could never get the timing in. Like, I would watch close to every other episode. Like, of Beyblade Metal Fusion, I missed like 2 episodes. One where Jinga fights Hyoma. And some other episode I'm forgetting right now. Maybe it's like his Tetsuya fight episode. But then I also missed the series finale. Like, what? On. And then it was live TV, so you know you just can't rewatch it whenever you want. You either had to record it, which we didn't have like DVR, or buy the DVD box set, which you were not gonna buy the DVD box set. Of course, I didn't know about like YouTube and the internet at that time, so I could probably have found it on there somehow. But that's definitely one of those things I'll probably throw into the background if I want to get work going. Just background Beyblade. And value has increased. Nice. Yeah, there's Hyoma. Front of the fence, 145 balance. Or no, this is ball. Oh, early on the timing, but we'll try and pierce through. There's the knockout. Definitely got to play counteristic. Oh shit. I've already gone on for an hour. Wow. I gotta schedule up a recording for my next Sloppy World podcast. One of the 2 guys I wanted to do didn't want to do it, so now I gotta find someone who pairs well. Okay. There we go. There's the knockout. Push him to the end. I am really looking forward to playing Metal Fusion. I am not gonna lie. Or Metal Masters. Call me a coward. It is my badge of honor. Metal Masters being a fighting game was wicked awesome. Weaklings, all weaklings. Is there anyone who out there who can give Dark Asher a run for his money? I'll smash your Beyblade to pieces. Oh, we're going to the park. There's Kenta. Sagittarius, give me strength. Katsuya would definitely been a neat in real life. Friction, I can't really... It being ice, there's no friction on this map, so I can't get any clear strikes and attacks. I think we'll try to tip, because I think this is a tip swing. I think we're in sharp, or we're in flat right now. And I think it could go sharp. SFBA. I have no clue what that means. Yeah, get reading though. One of my teacher colleagues has let me use one of her own books to just read while I'm preparing for classes. I should read that. That should help me. There's a knockout. We're pretty close to an overdrive as well, so we're in a good position. I think the Wii version of this game allowed for 4-person multiplayer, which is wicked. And I do remember playing the GameCube version, which was a V Revolution game. So not the Metal Fight series. I knew it had Beyblade in it, so I was like, fuck yeah. I definitely did wishlist X Zone. Oh fuck. That was bad. That was nasty. I did wishlist X Zone in case it goes on a wicked good sale. I'm still trying to recoup from the gaming PC purchase, so I haven't done a lot of like luxury miscellaneous purchases, hard shit and whatnot. There we go, sucking the balls. Just skip it so I can get to the next fight. I think this is the 5th round. I think you tend to get a you get a little dialogue thing after the 4th round. So this is 5, that'd be 6. And in warehouse fighting against Kiyoya. I've seen some videos where YouTubers that go off the anime have done record sheets to see what's the win percentage for each Yu-Gi-Oh player, right? I think that'd be interesting to do for Beyblade. How many wins, which Jinga's win percentage, which Yo-Yo's win percentage. Wow, that was bad. I can't lie on that. That one was really bad. Really like garbage. Okay, gotta let it rip. And there's the knockout. Don't want to run too close to the end because that pushes you, makes you susceptible. A lot of times balance types come in the form of defense and stamina. So when you look at actual Beyblades, you don't see a lot of pure defense types. A lot of them are balanced because they want a lot of their focus to be into both the defense and the stamina. Ooh, the Rock Scorpio episode. I do remember missing that. Okay, just keep building up charge. Be in a fine position for next match. I'm trying to think of pure defense types. Leon is a pure defense type. Rock Scorpio is. Ursa, the bear is. Maybe Dark Wolf was a defense type, but I think he was balance. Okay. Push for the shield because we still build ult. There we go. I'm gonna look this up. Metal Fusion Beyblades by type. Pegasus was an attack, Little Drago was an attack, Leon was defense, Eagle balance, Fire Blaze stamina, Stage. A lot of different Beyblades. Wind Aquario? Oh, Storm is synonymous with wind. Torch Aries. I don't know, I'll figure this out later. Value's gone up. Nice. Preliminary haul. Crab. All right, bustle, baby. Okay. These worlds, though, are so weird to me. I get it. Beyblade is entertaining to an extent. And they have superpowers. So this would be like an equivalent to the WWE. But oh no, it's just spinning tops. And they have an entire economy based around that. Like we in the US, and I'm sure there's other places in the world that like enjoy the WWE and fights and whatnot, but we don't have an entire economy centered around it. In Beyblade universe, it feels like it is the economy. Beyblading is a reasonable profession. I think I want to be a Beyblader when I grow up. Oh, that's great, honey. You know, you're gonna have to put in some work and some effort, but you'll be able to do it. Weird. I don't know. Maybe I'm projecting because there was those desires I wanted when I was young. I wanted to be a Beyblader when I grew up. Ooh. Okay. Not great, honestly. Didn't get us enough charges I would have liked. As long as we don't get knocked out, we'll be in a fine position. Don't think he really has offense. There we go. No, fuck me. Crash out last second. At least we got some stat bonuses. What level are we? We must have leveled up a good amount. We're like level 4 of 10 or so. That's not bad. I remember there was an online Beyblade game. Like, you buy your Beyblade, you get these codes that you can put online and build your own. Tried that out a couple times, but I didn't play it too much. There's the knockout. Got him playing aggressive. And I kind of want to play some Beyblades. If I have family come up, like some younger family or whatever, I'll pull out my Beyblades from the basement and we'll get some going. And there's the second knockout. Here we go. There's my next prey. Main Coliseum. Here we fight Crow and we'll probably fight Van. I think Van is like your finale every time. Show me your stuff. Show me. I can't remember like Joker voice. Took me 3 streams to beat someone other than Jinka. Or someone else's story besides Jinka, but we got there. I remember the game being a lot easier as a young little wee lad. Oh. A lot of charge built up. Pretty good. Okay. Good to go. I think I'll definitely take a break from Beyblades after this. And I'll do something else instead of Metal Masters for my next DS game. I do want to make a video on this. But I don't think it'd be hard. I could definitely pop that out in like not a sub 5-minute video, just like Google Sheets and whatnot. I think it was Pro Jared did 1-minute reviews. So maybe I'll do like a little spin on that and call it like 5-minute reviews or something like that. Yeah, I reviewed the entire game in 5 minutes. Keep an offensive approach, build up charge, and we should be good. We got pretty close towards the end to where I think a Blizzard Bolt would be able to dig him out. Jabby, I hate to say it, but we're old, man. We're fucking old. Like fucking Beyblade, Metal Fusion. I'll just say it's at an age where League of Legends player wouldn't want it. Yeah, here we go. So far, a little preview into my overall synopsis. Get the game. It's a great multiplayer game. Beat the story once, use a cheat code to unlock everything, and play with your friends. Go some different base sets and whatnot, but you don't need to invest too heavily into this. Oh, that's pretty good. 886. Last Coliseum, we fight against Van.
Never thought I'd see you get this far.
To tell you the truth, I'm a little surprised myself.
At any rate, since you're here, I'll be taking your spirit today.
I'd like to see you try. Alright. We go for this first try and
Lunchtime, Beelzebub.
all done. Dunzo bunzo. I used to watch, in terms of animation, I'm looking at your Gonzo SSM. I used to watch, I guess he's Speedaroo now, but Speedo Sausage, I watched him a lot. He was one of my favorite animators. Matty Burrito with the Omega Rubier series. That's a classic. There was definitely a lot of stuff I did not understand going on in there. He definitely, let's see, Omega Rubier definitely embraces in a positive way an energy of Secret Mountain Team Force Awesome, I think was the show, where there's just a lot going on at all times. Oh, I did not mean for that to occur, if I'm being honest. Like in the background, there's always something occurring. So it's very chaotic, but in a fun way. Call me a coward, it's my badge of honor.
No, this can't be.
Ha ha ha, it looks like I'm on top. Now I'll smash Beyblades into rubbish all over the world. New character, new special move. All right, we rock with this. We mess with this. We just got Crow and Hikaru. I think Crow's a stamina type. Oh shit, didn't mean to go back that far. Maybe he's in the shop. Sagittario, Gasher, Aquario, Bull, Aries, Leon, metal plates. No, I want to go to battle. That's right. Select type. We'll change this to stamina mode. Under the presumption that Crow's a stamina type. Oh, wait. I fucking went back too much. Story, start. We'll go Crow. So far we have Takaru. I think that's his name. Takaru? Yeah, Takaru. With Susanoo. And we'll leave him towards the end. Tsubasa and Hikaru. We'll go Crow. Let's think. There's Leon, Kenta, Ryuga, Hyoma, Bull. Trying to think of how many characters we really haven't seen yet. Tobio. I think we haven't seen like 4 of them. I am Crow. Hosting the Beyblade tournament on behalf of Nosferatu. Yeah. Should wrap up my okay, it looks like he's a balance type. Can I go to status and change that? I can, that's why. So change to stamina, I go to equip. Pro still listed as stamina. Calamity looks like such a cool blade. BA and separated eternal sharp. I mean, those are stamina aspects. 125 and eternal sharp. Calamity looks defensive. I think we'll list him as a balance type. Continue developing our balance set. Value. 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 And value. Here we go. Special move. We'll try out the new special move at least once. Stone Crush. 2. It's mainly a balance attack, but it does some spin. You probably get away with it. I don't really care for the bounce attack. I'd say you need a very specific combo to get that going well. So, Yeah, I used to view that horn as a spine. I know it wasn't on there for long, but oh, hey, freak me out. Freak me the fuck out. Okay. Oh, I'm kind of silver blue. Oh no, so Crow is a stamina type. We'll see how Stone Crush works. I thought it was a stamina by its Eternal Sharp. Oh. Interesting. Oh. Excuse me. I do want to try Spirit Blessing. I haven't used that one yet. I want to see how much recovery is. We're essentially gonna take the L on this and get as far as we can, but we're just gonna plan on a different means of victory. Okay, Spirit Blessing. Let's see how you work. Oh. Okay, that's like 3/4 of a bar of health. That's not terrible. I think if we actually invested into our stamina, that would not be bad. And if you ran Spirit Blessing and Holy Light for that last bit of stamina you might need. You have a combo going. Excuse me. We'll pop a Spirit Blessing right now. Ideally, we'll have enough fuel for a Spirit Blessing. Again. Do this just to secure it. This will definitely be a slow match. I'm curious how I'll get after I do Crow, because I feel like it's a bit too early to get Van, but I also suspect him to be next. Oh, just barely. That was fucking close, man.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Beyblade just printed money, dude. And a knockout, so we got a bonus point going on. We'll definitely take that. Attack, defense, stamina, and the overall level. Not bad, but we're going for a stamina approach. I think we'll go for a pure stamina and drop the defense by going trying to level up S stamina plus rather than boost S. Okay, so that's all stamina plus. We'll trade overdrive for fully light. Putting in that position means I'm less likely to misplay. Status, we are stamina. Arc.
Little Bay City.
You're mine. Stamina versus stamina, so this is round 2. We'll go for knockouts, and we can always trade for that or level 3 for a situation where we feel like we need it. But see, there's a knockout right there. Quick and easy and free. It's like pouring river water in your socks.
Alright.
You're gonna let it rip. Animation competitive real quick. I don't know if you have more points coming up if you have more health towards the end. That makes sense for a stamina type because you can't really crash out with that. Stamina by 2, stamina by 4. Next up, Tsubasa. This should be the 3rd match. It's wait to be. Probably gonna watch some Beyblade throw it on the background while I get some work done today. Pluto has it, which is really nice. Spirit blessing just to persevere. Not a good stadium for stamina type. And we're going off a Force that does not have a lot of investment into it just yet. Might need to get an aggro offensive move. Ooh. So attack my balance. This should be able to heal up my balance. Oh, the Beyblade's dead. Wow. I think I healed it at the time it died. Wow. I think the concept's cool, but really just giving no effect. We're just gonna take Tornado Wall and Overdrive. Yeah. It's a small stadium. Okay, that was close, man. You can see me wobbling down there at the end. Reaching the 2-hour mark, so I might call it up sooner than later. We'll see how we're feeling. I definitely do want to take a quick break, grab a drink, and some bathroom time. Piss. I don't know why I didn't say piss. I want to piss. Get him out. Here we go. Our train. Stamina just keeps increasing, which is nice. Remarkable. It's expected. The force resides. Fuck. With all the collabs that comics have been doing recently, like DC and I think Marvel just collabed with like My Hero Academia a few years back, and DC collabed with Sonic the Hedgehog. I want to see DC collab with Beyblade. I want to see Batman as the Dark Knight using Dark Bat. This is Beyblade. Okay, so mine is just a normal 125 Eternal Sharp. This is a tornado 125 Eternal Sharp. Oh, I knocked myself out. Bad. Oh gosh, it's real bad, Sora. Sora, that's real fucking bad, Sora. Oh, come on. There we go. That was too close, man. It's getting too fucking close. And I knocked myself out for that finale. Wow, that's bad. Ow. I fucked that up. I am kind of getting into my lobotomized state from continuous 2-hour play of Beyblade for the DS. I'm just not concentrating. I don't know why. To be fair, in a realistic situation, Flame Lever does probably beat out Calamity Raven. Flame just seems like a better fusion wheel. Tornado 125 is a better stamina type than just plain old 125, and Match of Eternal Sharp is just gonna come out to who's got better opening spin. There's a knockout. Now, if we get Tornado Wall, we've got potential. We can get a cycling approach going on. Should be fine. There's that knockout. There we go. I'm trying hard. Stamina increase. Abandoned warehouse. Kyoya. Besides Aegis having the pink afro, everyone feels like they would be in the show for original characters like Aegis, Crow, and Van. Van looks like he would be in Beyblade. I would have loved it in an absolutely loved it in a later series if they actually did incorporate Van as one of the characters. They can revamp the story or whatever you need to. Oh, fuck, that was close. I'll try and work on my Fortnite as well. There's like 3 weeks. I'm gonna have a very busy next couple of weeks. Like, I'm level 150, which is fine, but might as well try and get as far as I can into the battle pass. Oh, and he gets that knockout last second. Vile man. This is a tough one. I think this is match 6. I have 2 more fights after this. Probably Aegis and then Van. Aegis working as a line of defense and then beating Van to absorb his data sphere and get the power and whatnot. Oh, come on. That was really bad, man. Really, really bad, man. I thought it said you forced me to eat sandwiches. Sorry, you got your carbs in. Oh, sandwiches are extremely high calories just based on the 2 ingredients of cheese and meat, or cheese and bread. Bread's high calories and cheese. You sleep on how high calorie cheese can be for a little slice you can have. Load that shit up. Wait, I still think sandwiches are good. I recommend a sandwich as a meal overall. On the fact that calories aren't a bad thing. You gotta manage your calories, right? Can't be overeating. But if having those calories and having them be full, like solid full calories rather than open calories prevents you from overeating, then eat the bread. I don't know why, but it keeps wanting to like pull me towards. Vacuum today. It's probably just how their quote unquote gravity mechanic works in here, which makes sense for a bowl, but it feels a little too strong. No fucking way. There we go. That's a knockout. So we got a few points in order to get opportunity to beat out. I'm wondering if Hikaru will still have the new button against her head. Ideally she does, that way it's not easy to forget. Yeah, now we gotta play it safe because the crash out in our stadium will take us out. Alright, 2 points in, so I think we'll use our tornado attack. Or that works. Tap into an attack and instant stadium out. Bad at all. I will say that. Oh, we fight Ryuga. My brother had Pegasus, and his rubber flat's probably a rubber round by now. How often we played with our Beyblades. The tips definitely did wear down over time. I feel like 3D printing would be cool for that. You've got guts to take me on. So I'm either seeing us getting Van, Ryuga. Van or Ryuga would make sense after this. We are kind of like going the villain's route. There we go. Okay. I have to adjust my shirt. You know, interesting game mechanic design. All the enemies have way more HP than you. And it encourages you to play more aggressively, because you kind of have to go for a knockout or gather points for a crash out. I think that's an interesting game. There's no way for me to just play passively and restore health in order to get that. On one hand, it does encourage more active participation with player, but on the other hand, it also really doesn't make it feel like there's any difference in Beyblades. I don't feel like I'm playing a stamina type. I feel like I'm playing a trashy attack type. There's our second stadium out. There we go. I know. Stamina up by 2, then 3, then a level up. They part. Looks like Jingo's our final match. Unless I counted off wrong. Time to stoke up the base spirits. 105 rubber flat versus 125 eternal shard. And a rock, paper, scissors, since Pegasus should have this. The attack beats out stamina. Okay, thankfully it was not a crash out. I do not want to be down 3 points by the start of the match. I did Pearson too, so we could prep up for an overdrive. But it does look like we're gonna have to try and use the wind blade to get a stadium out. I think we have to try and get our stadium out first if we want a chance. Because if we're low in the late game, we could potentially go for a stadium out. Like a double stadium out rather than just a single. And assault's probably gonna result into crash out. Well, it's a balance attack. Damn. And we were close. What is this? Fucking itching. Come on. Let it rip. Not where I want to be for this. This is gonna be a tough match, isn't it? Yeah, there's no way we're surviving long enough in 3 rounds in order to build enough ult for overdrive twice. Okay. Yeah, we just barely got half. Took us that much in order to get double lines. Mhm. And he knocks himself out, which is actually wickedly awesome. Unless we get really unlucky, we should not be able to be crashed out by our opponent. So as long as we could store up within 2 rounds enough to build up that 3rd bar for an overdrive, then we should be good. Okay. Unfort, but we're close. We're so close. We have 2 rounds we could lose. So we should be able to get our overdrive in the next round. No one really seen yet this tower. What do I call this? There it is. Fucking talking about, baby. A whole lot of luck and some perseverance. Pushing 5, 1 point over. We like that. Standing by 2, standing by 3. All right. It'll be our last match, yeah, last Coliseum. So it does seem we fight Van.
Looks like you won the tournament and consumed all the spirits.
Correct. I have no reason to follow your commands.
What?
Thanks, later. I've also taken in all the spirits consumed by Bezel. I'll take command. Absolutely.
Traitor, discipline will have your head for this.
The Beyblades are spinning tops, dude. Weird.
I'm turning to a wandering lover.
Yeah, he's got an instant crash out move, so the sooner we beat him, the better. Like that right there is wicked nice. Arguably, he has a similar amount of spin compared to us. So we either we'll keep pushing for another stadium out, but keep building towards our overdrive. And we can afford to let him crash us out once if it's the first thing he does. Okay, we got a little over halfway there. We should be able to get it in our next match. Attack minus means that we're in a better setup going into defense against the stamina type, or as a stamina type. It looks like every single time we attack, not even make contact, but do an attack strike, we gain some charge. Just to crash out, we win.
You better train harder.
Train harder. All right, so we got some levels on stamina.
Possible. This was invincible.
This means Nosferatu belongs entirely to me. Oh, gosh. The king of all. New character unlocked. New Bay parts can be bought. New special move. A new Bay force. All right, let's go check that out. First off, story mode. Who do we see? The Hikaru's not available. There's the bring up of Dark Nebula, which means that now we have Doji, and we'll probably go for Doji next. We can buy parts. What did we get? Gasher, Sagittario, Aquario, Aries, Eagle, Libra. Some metal face balls. Okay. Go to mod. Got a new move. Cosmic Force. Okay, so that was used before. L2, bounce attack 1, spin attack 1. And what's our new Bay Force? So boost A, impact. The impact's just a better rampart, so that's just better. Immortal, just better. Okay, so that stamina investment doesn't work. I'm correct, Dark Wolf is a balanced type. So while we're just in this area, we'll change to balance before I forget. Span of like 2 hours and 20 minutes. We have 1, 2, 3 people. Yay. We still got 4, 4, 4, 4, 5, and 2. 5, 5, 5. We still got 15 people to beat. Oh. So we're pushing like, I don't know, 30 minutes a person times 15. That's 7.5 hours still remaining. I'm Doji. I'm Doji. I don't know. I got no voice. I'm Doji, Dark Nebula. Nosferatu just hosting a Beyblade tournament. I don't know what you got up your sleeve, but you won't be enough to awaken Ryuga. Prepare to be crushed. It's a quip. We want poise. I mean, we got a lot of stuff in the value, but we might as well take poise now that we have it. Ugh. Special moves. We're gonna go with the 1-2 combo. Tornado wall and overdrive. I'm going to take a break for a second. I gotta use the bathroom. I want to grab a drink. I'll be right back, Chief Keefs. Realize I never hit the mic button again. That is my bad. We're back. Gilly will play it the same way again when we just work to get a 3-point overdrive. We could maybe have ice cold, but I don't think it's worth the risk. All right. Oh, and we get a knockout. Okay. I was anticipating it. It never stood a chance. Hikaru, I do remember Hikaru being involved in Dark Nebula. Some manner. Oh, that's nice. Okay, come on. There's the knockout that I was wanting. Where, like, that's a quick match, like a minute and a half. About 45 seconds per set. Each thing went like that, that'd be nice. I do think I remember a Hyoma versus Doji fight. Holy shoot. There we go. I'll be honest, I was not in that. Big KOs. Yeah, sorry commentary can't be too insightful, because I'll be honest, there's nothing much I can really say about this kind of game. Oh shit. Everything I can say about rock berries I've said earlier. And there's a knockout. It was a more live prepared game, like TCG Live, Pokemon TCG Live. You can make comments and estimations about what they're going to do. Really irks. There's a way you can swim Blader spirits. Done right to make Ryu get even more. What's our third match? Enter for 4. Go, nice. You know what I saw? Switch 2 is adding communication system with threads. Now, if they're adding a communication system with friends and a better focus on social profiles, I think there's absolutely no reason they couldn't have public trophies listed. Like, Xbox has achievements, PS4 has trophies. I don't know why Nintendo couldn't call them something like badges. Maybe it goes against their primary gaming philosophy or something like that. I mean, Nintendo, come on. Do something for the completionist. Show off to friends. The wolf versus the lion. I feel like there would be something my students would say something about that. Not great, but we did get 2 and 3rd. And a quarter charge. Oh, there we go. Wasn't good for him because I got a hit on him. Overdrive. There we go. That's an instant crash out, so we win. Will I do anything differently this next round? But there's a lot of possibilities, and I definitely have me customizing to change my base force, so maybe adjust my special moves, or I can ignore all of that and keep doing what works. Such is the fault of a game that's simple as this. It's kind of a rock, paper, scissors shotgun where you can play rock, you can play papers, you can play scissors, or you can just play shotgun and win. Beat them all. Oh, is he gonna crash out? Damn. Hey, guy got smart. Got some stat buffs at least. Wonder when we'll get to A rank. There we go. He's defense, so he doesn't take as much knockback compared to me. There we go. If he plays aggro, we could go tornado wall. Okay. Switch positions. Yeah, this definitely makes sense to be defensive stages. Too much aggro and you're hitting yourself into walls or putting yourself into unsavory situations. Back, defense, and damage. I'm leveling up. Prelims will probably gonna fight him, Crow, and Aegis Crow, and Van. Who is next, though, is the question. Man, I was going stupid. I just knocked myself out. We'll see who we get after Dochi. That I might just end it there and try and get this done in a couple more streams. I think I might stream later today. I might not. I kind of got some work I need to get done, as I mentioned earlier. I'm approaching the 3-hour mark. I'm playing Beyblade DS. That's any man starts to go crazy around that time. Damn. It definitely feels like Wolf has a lot of knockback going on for both sides. Knockback against the opponent, knockback for himself. Okay. And there's the knockout that I wanted. Nice. I get the 3-point combo they're going to go with now. It makes sense. I just never thought about it till now. Aegis is the first of defense. Then Crow is the stamina. And Van is the attacker. Hey, there's the second knockout. Seconds. That's what we like, man. Yeah, indeed. These are skills against Dark Nebula. Always attack defense, and its overall level has gone up. Nice. Main Coliseum against Crow, and then Final Coliseum against... Yeah. Give me your spirit. Okay. No real knockouts, and he's gonna be able to persevere longer than us. So I'm thinking we do overdrive. I think we'll have enough energy to get overdrive. Never understood how balance works. Maybe balance occurs from collisions, and the less you collide, the more offset your balance becomes. Okay. Overdrive. Next turn we'll try and build up again. Yeah. This being poise being a great increase is making me think that that's the final level. There might be another one. And yeah. But we're halfway through. Going from 0 to 2.5 is wicked. I know that last 0.5 is gonna be a pain to actually charge in, but this is a fairly easy win. With the final stadium, with it being big and us having a lot of knockback, we'll probably win by getting knockbacks like how we've been doing. And run it right now, just to end this as soon as possible. What's FS? Forever Sharp? 442 increase. Last Coliseum.
I'm bad, and I plan on taking each and every blade of spirit for myself.
I had a Fight him, evil mind. Fight. If I leave that evil mind to its own purposes, he may interfere with my plans for Ryuga. Ryuga, ha. Which Beelzebub would swallow Ryuga whole? I'll consume all the spirits and become king of the bladers. Interesting. So the only way to cure those delusions of grandeur is a good hard battle. This is kind of giving Doji like a heroic vibe, which is not his case. I get that they're trying to go like the cool, calm, collected leader, the one who lurks in the shadows. But it's almost giving the vibe that like all he cares about is Ryuga. I guess his son. Which kind of is the case. Okay, there's a sleep out for the first one. Now we can't let him get a crash out. We can get an early knockout and then overdrive kill him. Then I'd be happy as a clam. Happy as a clam in the sand. All right. Here's the crash out. Ugh. All right, last minute. And he uses his level 3, doesn't he? Regardless, this is probably a crash out. I don't think that was his level 3, but still. Anima, we got poise has gone up, which is something at least. There we go. And there's our stadium out. All right. We're trying to build up to our level 3, but now we're in a little bit of a tenser situation, which makes me a little worried. Yeah, we hit the 3 hour. I'm gonna call it after we finish Doji's and check what we get new. Please, Beef is level 3. No, it looks to be his level 2, so he's gonna get Crash out. But now we have a chance to build up ours and get an overdrive for instant Crash out. And we get the knockout anyways. No. Guess it doesn't matter. Boys got some more stats.
I don't believe this.
I have no interest in the powerless. That was a bit of a hassle, but otherwise, I'm losing. New character, new special move. Who do we get? Benkei and Hyoma. So this entire row is locked off. And 4 additional. Plus those I still have to beat. Does it say if you beat them? No, it doesn't. So it's just based off memory, man. I guess we go Benkei or Hyoma. I think Hyoma's technically defense type. What do we get? Asteroid Shower. 3 forms of spin attack. Interesting. A Beyblade attack with this is guaranteed to crash. Well, I think we're gonna have to call it here for today. Okay. It's been fun. We've got some good progress on the story. We're finally in a position to actually make progress. We 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we still have 1, 2, 3, 4 open. Yeah. Probably what we'll do is when we come back, we'll come in and play Benkei. I appreciate everyone who watched out. Shout out to my homeboy Shabby. Always great having you here. Appreciate the love. And you all have excellent